now in grade 9. When and why did I start modeling and entering beauty pageants? Well, I started entering beauty pageants and modeling of September 2021, and the reason being is because at first I was attracted to the glitz and glam, but then going into deeper research of pageantry, I saw how queens are in community involvement and do charity work and have the love for their people, and eventually it just drove me deeper into pageantry. How do I prepare for different pageants? Do I prepare differently for different pageants? Well, for all pageants, it is basically the same criteria. I practice, I do my research, and most of all, I motivate myself in order to enter the pageant. All of these things help me go into the pageant with a successful mindset. What is my biggest highlight in my pageantry career so far? Well, it is the crown and sash you see me wearing today.
So, our pre-teen Universe South Africa for 2023 is Bontle!
I competed for this title last year in December 2022, and winning this national title has opened up nothing but opportunities for me. What is my dream when it comes to pageantry, or what pageantry can do for me? Well, my dream when it comes to pageantry is obviously becoming Miss South Africa, but overall it is to impact people in a positive way, in a positive light, and making an impact in society. So you'd like to know what has pageantry taught me about myself? Well, pageantry has actually revealed talents and more personality features of mine. It has revealed the fact that I am confident, not only on stage but around people around me. And also it has revealed that I'm very good at public speaking. I recently won Miss Teen Middelburg. What does this win mean to me? Well, it means that I can impact not only the people of Middelburg, but the people of South Africa in a better way. Having a title that gives me such a platform is such an amazing opportunity, and I want to use it to the best of my ability. So you would like to know what else I like doing apart from pageantry? Well, I love to read, I love to spend time with my family, I love to garden, and I love to cook. All of these are my hobbies and just help me grow better as a person. What has doing charity work taught me, and what charity work have I enjoyed the most? Well, charity work has taught me to be grateful for what I have, for the people around me, and for having breath in my lungs every single day. What is my favorite charity work to do? Well, I don't necessarily have a favorite, but my favorite thing to do in charity is just to be with the people and to impact them and inspire them. What advice would I give to younger girls interested into going into the world of pageantry? Number one, I would tell them, do your research. Knowledge is power, so I suggest you use that power wisely, especially going into a new pageant. Number two, practice. Practice makes perfect, and wearing heels for the first time, you're gonna need a lot of practice. And number three, have fun. Pageantry is all about having fun, meeting new people, having new experiences. So make sure you make the best of fun out of it. My biggest inspiration is the person who inspired me to do pageants in the first place, and it is my mom. She is the one who encouraged me and supported me all the way through. How do my parents support me? Well, my parents support me in many ways and helping me whenever I need help in this world of pageantry. I recently won Pre-Teen Universe South Africa. What does this win mean for me? Well, this win has given me nothing but opportunities. As the slogan goes, crown of opportunities. And this means that I can use all these opportunities to impact and inspire the youth of South Africa in a more positive light. What are my goals for 2023, and what is my goal setting process? Well, my goal for 2023 is to live every day to the fullest and to live in the moment, because last year I noticed that I took some days for granted, and that is something that we shouldn't be doing. And my goal setting process is simply to have a vision and to analyze myself. What are my skills and my talents that I can use to work towards my goal? These are all the things that I wish to accomplish in 2023. What does my typical day look like? Well, after coming back home from a long day of school, I make sure to rest, because rest is important for our bodies. Then I have a little Bible study in between and participate in my hobbies such as cooking, gardening, and also reading. Then I'll go to ACE Models, where I practice hard in my modeling and interview questions and pageant things. That is how my typical day is structured. I have multiple goals for 2023, such as growing in my public speaking, doing more charity events now with a national title and on a national or even global scale. But overall, my goal for 2023 is to live life to the fullest. Last year, I know that I took some days of my life for granted, and that isn't something we should be doing.
Hi everyone, I am Mbali Mapaila and I am Bontle's mom. When did I realize that my child was talented and she's focusing on this journey? I realized that she is talented when she was about 4 years old. Bontle used to perform at the school concert. She used to stand out of all the kids, and she did a whole lot of activities when she was still growing up, like ballet, swimming, dancing, acrobatics. We used to travel a lot, and because of Bontle. But then I realized that she is good with pageants when she entered her first pageant in 2021 in September, and she actually won. So that's when we realized that she can take this far. How have I been specific about supporting her pageantry? I am specific by being present. I think being there for her, listening to her fears, listening to her doubts, listening to her insecurities, it helps her so that I can be there to calm her. And I'm also there when she goes through her training. I'm there when she goes for competitions. I'm there screaming. I'm like her biggest fan. I'll be having a board and screaming for her. So I'm very much intentional when it comes to support, because I've seen how other moms, goes all out for their kids, to support them, and it does boost their morale. How am I raising her differently to how I was raised? I am intentional about supporting her. I make sure that I create an environment where she can open up to me about anything. So whatever challenges that she goes through during the day, issues of friends, she comes to me and she open up to me about them. So I create that space where she can open up to me and no secrets between me and her. And then the other thing is that I make sure that I'm affectionate when it comes to her. I show her love. I hug her when she feels like being hugged. I tell her that I love her, because those are the things that some of us didn't get when we were growing up. So when she has won, she gets to be congratulated and be celebrated first at home. Did I play professional sport at the level of Bontle? Nope, I didn't play any professional sport. In fact, when I was growing up, I only played chess, and then I was involved in a lot of debates. However, the only thing that stands out that I actually did my teenage life from when I was at crèche, I was doing pageants. So I started doing pageants when I was 4 until I was at the Technicon. So I used to compete around. My mom used to drive me around. We'll travel to Pretoria, we'll travel to Joburg just for me to enter pageants. So I've been doing that since I was young until I was really old. So it actually took me out of the streets, because that was the only thing that I was doing back then. It was just pageants. How do I help her build her mental resilience for professional competition? Number one, I make sure that I am there. And secondly, I also talk to her, about what she is about to embark on. Because Bontle has always been a winner. She's always been winning in her life. So she doesn't know how to deal with failure. So I am there to make sure that when you do not win, make sure that you take the lesson out of this. When you go there, you are going there for an experience, because failure is not really a bad thing. It's actually the life greatest lesson. So I always speak to the mind, because everything starts with the mind. So I tell her, if you didn't win, it's okay. We still love you. We still support you. Let's work towards the next pageant, and then we will work towards that and we'll practice. So I normally focus on her mind just to make sure that mentally she is prepared. What are my worst fears for Bontle? and how do I make sure that I do not pass them on to her. I think one of my biggest fears is that she does not succumb to peer pressure, that she remains who she is, that she does not have that need to fit in. And how do I make sure that I do not pass my fears to her is that I make sure that I listen to her, and then she can tell me her boundaries, she can tell me what she wants to do. So I allow her to make her own decisions, and I allow her to make her own mistakes. And then once she has told me about her boundaries, and I also respect it. So that's how we keep our relationship. What Bontle has taught me as a focused child, and what I wish I knew when I was younger, is that she has taught me that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. First of all, Bontle just decides. She decides that I want to do this, and then she just plans, and then she goes for it. And that is one thing that I didn't have, I guess, when I was growing up, is that I was not really so much of a self-starter. So Bontle will do her research, she will focus, and then she will contact the people that she needs to contact, and then she goes for it. She's fearless in everything that she does, and that's one thing that I learn from her every day. She's so bold, she's so confident, she's so fearless. She's not afraid of anyone, she's not scared of anyone. So I'm really taking that from her. What is my dream for my child is that I want to see her live her life, a fulfilled life, a life where she is content about who she is and about everything that she has. I want to see her, living the life that God has actually given her, when she was born, that purposeful life. It's not always about a title, it's not about the salaries, but it's about the change that you are making. It's about how you make others feel. So I want her to reach to that stage that as she wakes up every day, she is doing something that she loves and she is happy and content. What are the 3 lessons that I would love to impart to Bontle at this stage of her journey or of her career? I would say number 1 is remain humble. Don't forget who you are, but then at the same time, do not be quiet and be shy, because the world awaits you. The world needs you. So being humble, it doesn't mean that you cannot speak out. Secondly, I would say do everything out of love. Everything that we do, it must be out of love. It must be driven out of love. That's why even if you get hurt or anything, you still go back to the foundation, which is love. And then number 3, do not forget the values that we have taught you. We've worked hard to make sure that we live out the values that we want to see in all our children. Things like love, things like giving, things like forgiveness, such as being humble and being compassionate. So do not forget those values, and those should be your foundation, as you grow up, so that you are not being shaken or affected by the noise that is around you.